Hey everybody. I just thought I would put a little thing up. It is 30 degrees outside, according to the Weather Channel. It's a little warmer compared that to my indoor-outdoor thermometer, but it's got its remote probe set up in the well house where it's important to read the temperature. I just love the cold. How many of you out there just love the cold? I mean, it's great. Summer really sucks. I hate summer. You know, you can never get cool enough. But man, when winter comes along, it's awesome, man. You know, you can always bundle more on. You can always bundle more on and you know, stay as warm as you like. You go out into the cold, you do a hard day's work, you don't sweat. You don't sweat, man. You can sit there and split logs for 5 hours and not work up a sweat in 30-degree cold. But you know, the other thing that's great about the cold is when you have a nice toasty warm house and you come inside out of that freezing cold and you get in front of your heater or your fireplace and you just kick those boots off. Man, it's nice. Friggin' love the cold. And anybody who's got a girlfriend out there or is with someone who's in this club, we can all attest. It's good cuddling weather. Yes, it is. But, yeah, just love the cold. I will be doing a lot of house repairs as soon as the sun comes up. We're in the midst of the cold surge. I don't know how low it's going to happen, but there's this point just before the sun comes up where the temperature drops. There's a spike. It drops down rapidly. And that's when you got to worry about your pipes and things. It's not that slow decline, you know, unless it's obscenely cold outside. Where the pipes sometimes get knocked pretty hard in your plants and your pets is the cold spike just before sunrise. And that's where it gets you, because it'll be going down, 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 and all of a sudden the sun starts coming up, and then back up. And it comes back up rapidly. But yeah, how about all of y'all? How do you feel about it? What do you feel about winter? And what do you feel about summer and all the other seasons? I personally also like early spring and I like late fall. When the leaves are off the trees and I can actually get out in the property and I can actually do cutting of the brush and the trees and things, and my clearing goes a lot faster on this. See, we're on woods out here, and we're basically having to cut our homestead out of the woods all the way toward the back of the property. So it makes for brush cutting and trimming a lot easier. And if you haven't noticed by the background, this is a very old house. This is a very, very old house. When we got this, the house was actually thrown in with the land. It wasn't part of the cost of the land. But slowly putting it back together, you know. It was built in the 40s, right after the war, supposedly. It was a Jim Walter home. Of course, I've heard varying stories about Jim Walter. Depending on who it was and what they got, he was either a great guy or he basically gave work to anybody that could swing a hammer when he came to town. So, you know, your mileage varied with Jim Walter homes in the early days. But enjoying it. She's not liking it too much out here. I think it's too far from her family and everything, and it's bothering her, but you know, you have to get used to new places. You know, this is what we got and this is what we have. You know, we have to use it. So rather than complain about it, make it a home. You know, any place can be your home. You know, home is where you lay your head at night. You know, it is nice to have a roof over our head. We wouldn't have had anything if the bank had gotten their way, but we basically we got out of that with our asses intact. I'll have to go into that someday about banks and why you should buy property cash and why you should buy houses cash, which is what we did here. It was to make up for a bad mistake. If you're buying on loan from a bank, be aware now, they don't care. You're just a little money-making engine. But that's a different story for a different day. Let's just say we got caught up and caught up in the rubber stamp foreclosure market, and that's a pretty rough ride, rough affair. Don't get caught in that, you know. Be wise about your plans and how you move about your future. So, anyway, I just thought I'd give that comment. I know this is getting lengthy. I got soup over here heating. That's the other cool thing about the cold, hot soup, hot chili. Good stuff. Good rich food that keeps you going out in the cold. And it tastes better when it's cold. It tastes a lot better when it's cold than when you eat chili on a hot day or you eat heavy soup on a hot day. But I'll let y'all go. I gotta tend to that soup. And good morning, everyone on YouTube, and good morning, everyone on Winu. And have a good day.